Terrific. It's time now to celebrate the life of one of the true greats, Lord Attenborough, Dickie. He was a long-standing supporter of Bafta and our president from 2001 to 2010. His contribution to this industry and the world was incalculable. He glowed with a passion for life, for film, for everything he did, and his energy as a creator and a mentor remained undiminished to the end. Now, one of Dickie's greatest joys in life was nurturing young talent, and shortly we'll be hearing a tribute to him accompanied by 2012 BBC Young Musician of the Year, Laura van der Heyden. But first, a few words from our Academy President, Prince William.
Lord Attenborough was a leader with a vision. He was a very inclusive person, a charming and warm man. He was loved by all. Lord Attenborough's legacy is his inspiration to young filmmakers. I hope that everyone who watches his films and learns about him as a person will be encouraged to follow his example. His passion for nurturing, supporting and developing talent has given Bafta the foundation to do the same, and this remains at the very heart of Bafta's work today. We are all so indebted to him in many ways. As we celebrate excellence this evening, it is fitting that we pause to acknowledge a man whose lifelong pursuit of excellence made a lasting difference to our industry and indeed our world.
Thanks, Willikins. Now, with his tribute to Lord Attenborough, a truly wonderful actor who appeared in one of Dickie's most memorable films, Chaplin, as Charlie Chaplin. It is, of course, Robert Downey Jr.
Hi, everybody. Like many of you, Richard has been very much in my thoughts these last months. It's so difficult to distill someone you were deeply impacted by in a few words. I'd like to try. Passion, equality, wit, service, and family. That'll be a start. As a director and mentor for the 25 years I knew him, his passion was ceaseless. To be treated as an equal, engaging in the topics of character, truth, justice, ambition, and most often humility, led me by example to an understanding that life at its core is meant to occupy two basic spheres of activity: personal gratitude, of which he had tons, and public service, in our case, entertainment. But as a self-centered young American of some privilege, he instinctively knew the way to my heart was through tempering his occasionally grave warnings against a life run on self-will with his singular, extraordinary wit. I'd happily repeat certain anecdotes at this time, yet the graphic, tawdry, and shocking nature of what his titled mouth was capable of producing would by necessity be censored beyond any recognition. Now, to family. For a man with few regrets, I'll always remember the urgency with which he confessed that he wished he'd made a few less movies and been home for a few more birthdays and Christmases. Another lesson I'll take to heart. But I'm sad. I miss you, Dickie. In Chaplin's Limelight theme song, the lyrics speak to an entertainer no longer in his prime who wouldn't dream of anyone shedding a tear on his behalf, quite the reverse. And I'm certain, for the lot of us, his wildly beloved family most of all, that were he here tonight, he'd clear his throat, huge, mischievous grin on his face, deep, humble love in his eyes, and he'd begin, spoken softly at first, singing, "Smile. Though your heart is aching, smile, even though it's breaking. When there aren't clouds in the sky, you'll get by."
You don't want to see me hang, do you?
No!
You don't have to worry about not talking to me. I don't want you to talk to me, do you hear?
So in that case, you'll end up getting away from it. You'll end up with a knighthood.
That ain't Jesus. Well, it is then, Mr. Cleverdick. Jesus wore a long dress.
Well, not blitzing out 2 or 3 or a dozen, but 200, 300, scatter them all over Germany.
Your arms. Up.
You do this a lot? Every day except Sunday.
This is not war, sir. It is slaughter. Breathe, Baron.
Who the devil are you?
My name is Gandhi, Mohandas K. Gandhi.
You don't think we're just going to walk out of India? Yes. Have you heard the news? Well, we won 8. Bleeding hell, 8!
I'm going to be me as I am, and you can beat me or jail me or even kill me. But I'm not going to be what you want me to be.
You have to let me go. I'm not sure that I can.
Look at him, Grandpa. Ask him.
I'm sorry. He thinks you're Santa Claus.
Yeah. Thank you to Laura van der Heyden for her wonderful musical accompaniment, Smile, which was written, of course, words and music by Charlie Chaplin. Now, the next award is for original screenplay, and to present it, an actor who is so darn good that if I were to start talking about her talents, I fear I would end up gushing about just how spellbinding, gifted, wondrous, compelling, versatile, beautiful, gorgeous, enchanting. See, I'm doing it. I can't help it. Well, so would you if you had to introduce the bloody wonderful Julianne Moore.
I'm hungry. Without words, there is nothing. Without someone putting pen to paper or finger to keyboard, none of us would be here this evening. It's truly daunting being faced with a blank page, but thankfully there are some incredibly talented people out there who can overcome that fear and create something wonderful. 5 such people have been nominated this evening. Let's take a look at their amazing work.
Boyhood, Richard Linklater.
Wow. Have you heard of Sarah Palin?
Yes.
What's the one thing you know about Sarah Palin's 17-year-old daughter?
She's pregnant?
That's right. And what is the one thing that you are not going to be in a couple of years when you turn 17?
The Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson.
You see, there are still faint glimmers of civilization left in this barbaric slaughterhouse that was once known as humanity. Indeed, that's what we provide in our own modest, humble, insignificant... fuck it.
Birdman, Alejandro G. Iñárritu, Nicholas Giacobone, Alexander Dinelaris Jr., Armando Bo.
Is it true you've been injecting yourself with semen from baby pigs?
I'm sorry.
As a method of facial rejuvenation?
Where did you read that?
It was tweeted by @Prostate Whispers.
Whiplash, Damien Chazelle.
You think about jazz music and my charts and all that, and because of that, you're going to start to resent me. And you're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming, spend more time with you because you're not feeling important. And I'm not going to be able to do that. And really, I'm just going to start to resent you for even asking me to stop drumming.
Nightcrawler, Dan Gilroy.
Agreed.
Wait, what about more, you know?
Not now. We close the deal.
I could have gotten more, couldn't I?
Absolutely.
And the BAFTA goes to Wes Anderson, The Grand Budapest Hotel. To collect the award on Wes' behalf, my old buddy Ray Fiennes.
I have a letter from Wes. It goes like this. If Ray Fiennes is reading this speech, it must mean I have won a BAFTA for our screenplay. In absentia. I was already most unhappy to miss this event, but now I'm actually really angry and resentful that I'm not there. And I'm furious. I blame the Directors Guild of America for requiring my presence in Los Angeles where, most likely, I have already failed to win a different prize. I extend my very deepest thanks to the British Academy, of which I am a member in good standing, and I look forward very, very eagerly to getting a hold of this award physically in my own hands as quickly as FedEx can possibly deliver it to me. Thank you very, very much.
Well, congratulations to Wes Anderson. And to present the award for film not in the English language, two actors who are out of this world. He's soon to be seen in the new Star Wars film. Did you know there was one? They've been very quiet about that on cyberspace. And she recently appeared in Star Trek Into Darkness. So in honour of this not in English award, I expect them to present it in perfect Wookiee speak and Klingon, which I can't do. Please welcome John Boyega and Alice Eve.
This is not the droid you're joking. As a British actor, it's so nice to be able to play a part in an evening that celebrates everything that's so great about our film industry.
Indeed. I, for one, am honoured to be here to present the award for film not in the English language. These films are important. They remind us of the universal human experience in which we all encounter both pain and joy.
Let's take a look at the nominations.
Leviathan.
Во всем никто не виноват. Каждый виноват в чем-то своем. Во всем виноваты все. Даже если мы признаемся по закону, признание не является доказательством вины.
The Lunchbox.
कल खाली डब्बा भेजने के लिए आपका शुक्रिया. वैसे वो खाना मैंने अपने हस्बैंड के लिए बनाकर भेजा था. और जब डब्बा वापस आया तो ऐसा लगा कि घर आकर आज वो मुझसे कुछ कहेंगे. कुछ घंटों के लिए सोचने लगी कि दिल का रास्ता वाकई पेट से होकर जाता है. उन घंटों के बदले आज भेज रही हूँ पनीर, मेरे हस्बैंड का फेवरेट.
2 days, 1 night.
C'est Sandra. Je voudrais parler à Nadine. T'es la fille de Nadine?
Oui, mais elle n'est pas là.
Je travaille avec ta maman à Solwall. Est-ce que tu sais quand est-ce qu'elle va rentrer?
Ida.
Tu sais que c'est juste une cartouchette? Też pewnie jesteś ruda, co? Mam brata? Nie, byłaś jedynaczką.
Trash.
the BAFTA goes to Ida.
Slowest bunch, I can tell. So this is fantastic. This award, it's I once won a BAFTA for the best newcomer, then one for the best British film, and now for the best foreigner. So I think we should just skip the formalities and give me a lifetime global achievement award. So anyway, so I'd like to thank all these people. The three producers, three and a half, and my co-writer Rebecca Linkiewicz. This is Piotr Dzięcioł, Eric Abraham, Ewa Puszczyńska, and Christian Huzum, and all the collaborators in Poland whose surnames are so long that I probably will run out of time. But there was a fantastic crew. I would especially like to thank the guy who was nominated for the best photography, Łukasz Żal. It was his first film, and he did a fantastic job. So thank you very much. And I'd like to also dedicate it quickly to Chris Collins, who was a wonderful British producer who died recently. He gave me and a lot of filmmakers who were a bit eccentric and difficult to finance and to handle. He gave us a lot of encouragement, and he was the noblest, the greatest, most decent guy I've met in the film industry. So Chris, I'm missing you here. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done to everyone from EDA. Now, to make the presentation for adapted screenplay, we have a couple of real crackers. She's the Scandinavian star of Prometheus. I had the honour of appearing with her in Sherlock Holmes' Game of Shadows. And I can tell you that she's so quintessentially Swedish that she arrived on set every day flat-packed. And he played Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network, but his Facebook status has recently been updated to say that he's been cast as Lex Luthor in the next Superman film. So please welcome Noomi Rapace and Jesse Eisenberg.
Taking something that has already existed in another form and adapting it into a screenplay is a daunting task.
Right, but thankfully some people are brave and talented enough to take it on and produce outstanding results, as our 5 nominees tonight prove. Let's take a look at them.
Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn.
She dumped you. You completely unraveled. You stalked her, you threatened her, and you attempted suicide in her bed and were institutionalized.
Your wife is missing, and you came all this way to tell me this?
Well, I thought there might be another side to this story.
The Theory of Everything, Anthony McCarten.
Welcome to the future.
My name is Stephen Hawking.
It's American.
Is that a problem?
The Imitation Game, Graham Moore.
Is anything possible? No. Keeps me open. This isn't about crossword puzzles, it's about how one approaches solving an impossible problem. Do you tackle the whole thing at once or divide it into small? You finished?
Yes.
American Sniper, Jason Hall.
Tell me why you do it. I want to understand.
Babe, I do it for you. You know that. I do it to protect you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I'm here. Your family is here. Your children have no father.
You'll have to serve my country.
You don't know when to quit.
Paddington, Paul King.
What are you going to do now?
Well, I thought I would probably just sleep over there in that bin.
That's the spirit. Anyway.
Dad! Why don't we find you some help?
Oh, yes, please. If you're sure it's no trouble.
Of course it isn't. Is it, darling?
Not at all.
Okay, and the BAFTA goes to The Theory of Everything, Anthony McCarten.
Thank you. Wow. Best adapted screenplay, or as we call it, best unoriginal screenplay. Thank you, Eric, for that joke. Who are we? Why are we here? When we know this, it will be the ultimate triumph of human reason, for then we will know the mind of God. These were the immortal words of Professor Hawking. I read this in 1989 along with 10 million others. I was so inspired by him. I thought someone will make a movie about him one day, never thinking I would have any function in there. And then I read Jane Hawking's extraordinarily unflinching, honest, heartbreaking book. And I thought, we must make a movie about this. I want to thank the entire cast and crew. I'll thank you collectively. I want to especially mention the alchemist-in-chief, James Marsh. I want to thank Working Title, Universal, Focus Features, especially Eric for saying that unsayable word, yes. Lisa Bruce, my stalwart ally in the trenches. I want to thank, who else? My agents, ICM, especially Craig Bernstein. And I want to thank my family, my dear family who have allowed me to go off and run into the wild blue and don't complain. And I want to thank Eva, who doesn't think I'll say this, so I'm going to do it. I love you. Thank you very much.
So,